It's going down tonight. Tonight is going down. Seattle, it's coming. Told you, get ready. Told all the people I knew, it's hidden. It's not a game anymore. Channel 13, Fox 13, let's go.
Big changes to Seattle's tech industry as President Trump has now made it more expensive for all U.S. companies to hire international workers. The president signed an executive action enforcing a one-time fee of $100,000 for H-1B visas.
Fox 13's Alejandro Guzman joining us now. So, Ali, of course, we have a lot of tech companies in the Seattle area. What is
Now, let me tell y'all something. That one, see, hey, let this slide. Let me clarify to you guys. That one-time fee is for the 6 years. Up to every year, the company have to pay $100,000 to keep that person there, it, versus having an American citizen that graduated from college that got the same degree that you would train. It's cheaper to hire the American and then an international person because that's affecting our jobs. We got people all over the country, all over the state of Washington that can't find work because of this. So the president is correcting this. So what is your opinion? Leave a message. He didn't say nothing about that part. He just said 100,000. Continue on. Let's continue to listen.
this mean for the impacts to them?
Well, it's going to be great. I mean, just assuming, right? We're talking about Seattle's tech hub. You know, it could be facing a major shakeup. We're home to Amazon, Microsoft, and many other startups. And it's no secret H-1B visas help fuel the tech talent pipeline. But for every new hire, companies, they're going to have to absorb that six-figure price tag.
The $100,000 fee only applies to new applicants, not current H-1B visa holders or renewals. The H-1B visa was signed into law by President George H.W. Bush in 1990. It allows U.S. companies to temporarily hire highly skilled foreign workers to fill gaps in specialized fields, oftentimes in tech, engineering, science, and math, for up to 3 years. The application was costing about $215 plus processing fees. In his proclamation, Trump said the program has been deliberately exploited to replace rather than supplement American workers with lower paid, lower skilled labor, calling it a systematic abuse that's undermined both our economic and national security. Across the
I'm about to pause right there because that's not totally correct. It was the guy that's standing, the expert that's standing next to Trump that promoted this bill. That said, and he broke it down. Go watch the original clip and you'll see what he says. This is the problem with the media. They're not telling the whole idea, they're telling their version. But go watch the original clip in the White House with the president of office and the expert that's standing next to President Trump that state why that bill is being changed because of the misuse and abuse of the HB1 visa, and it's being corrected, readdressed, making American companies and foreign countries that have tech companies here in the state of Washington hire local graduates and local experienced people instead of hiring out to their countries and other places and bringing them in here and avoiding us and using federal dollars and federal programs to aid them in what they want to do with their business inside the United States of America. That's not fair to American citizens. And this is being recorrected. And the guy mentions this in that at the Oval Office about this. So go back to watch the Oval Office version of this report and you'll see what he really actually said. Leave a comment down below. Let's continue.
country, Amazon leads the list for HB1 approvals with more than 10,000 in 2025, Microsoft at number 3, and Google in the 6th spot. Looking closely at Washington State, dominated by tech with more than 5,100 approvals for Microsoft alone. Expedia, UW, Starbucks, and Costco are all within the top 10 companies. The majority of H-1B visa holders are from India, who account for 73% according to Pew Research, followed by China with 12%. Earlier this year, both Amazon and Microsoft said they would be slashing their workforce. Trump claims American companies are laying off Americans and replacing them with H-1B workers. He says American IT workers have been reportedly forced to train their foreign replacements under non-disclosure agreements.
And that's the truth. American citizens are losing their jobs and training foreign workers to replace them. And you saw the biggest companies, Google, Microsoft, hiring all these people, thousands of people, and they're not Americans. And that's not fair to Americans. We don't mind hiring some, but come on, this is America. We need employment here. Because we're a powerful nation don't mean we don't need employees. We're a powerful government, but we need an infrastructure internally, and that's a difference. We're a power on the world stage, but if we're reducing our footprint as for employment footprint for American citizens, then that's a problem. That's point blank. That's a problem, and we have to address this. And the administration is doing that as of now.
Wow. So, Allie, who will ultimately be responsible to pay the $100,000?
Well, let me tell you, it's a question that I've been raising for companies like Amazon, Google, and Microsoft, but it's still unknown. I mean, will they require applicants to come up with the money themselves and in the process cover?
I don't like the way she talks. She tries to look innocent and try to fit in. We send you out there to research this. Let me research it for you. The companies, he said, at the Oval Office, that expert that was standing next to the president said the companies will have to cover the cost. And why would they hire? That's why Google, Microsoft, all these companies are laying off all of these. And they said a large percentage of India and Asia, two of the most largest countries, India and Asia. So therefore, they're being cut off. Okay, they're not going to hire. They're going to hire American employees because it's cheaper now. Their labor costs, the budget, any business, don't care what it business is labor costs. If you get a better value with hiring Americans, why not? And they have changed that visa program, so it'll make it valuable 6 years, $600,000, or that's plus paying the salary of the person. That's just for the application, $100,000 for the application fee. You got to pay the salary of the employee. It's not beneficial for the company. So it forced them to hire American people. That's the truth.
Some of that expense, I mean, that's part of the issue too. Or, you know, we're also in the final stretch of the year, so it's going to be telling to know if this is going to be something that they can fast track by 2026.
Speculation, though, when somebody hears this, like a company or CEO, will they say, hey, we need to then hire more people remotely? Can they bypass this visa fee if they hire people in countries like India and just have them remote work?
I mean, that could be an option, right? So what we're talking about here would be potential legal challenges. That could certainly happen if that's the move that companies choose to take. But additionally, on the side where we're talking about more remote work, I mean, that would alleviate that six-figure price tag on each employee, right? So is it smarter for companies to do this? I mean, it's still very early to say, but I think that's going to be an easy step instead of having folks relocate. I mean, like we've been mentioning, I did reach out to UW, WSU, Microsoft, Google, who are all on this list under the H-1B Employer Data Hub, under the Citizen and Immigration Services website, but so far we haven't heard back.
Yeah. That's why it's so important to get these kids funded in programs for STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, so that we can have our own pipeline of experienced workers who don't have to go out of country to hire.
Yeah, I guess we're going to have to wait and see till what these companies actually do have to say, because Amazon and Starbucks, so far, they've refused to comment on this issue.
Okay, well, we'll follow up for sure, Allie. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, that ends that. We know what this is. America, Washington, Seattle, we know what this is. We have a lot of immigrants here, and there's nothing wrong with. But when you have all over the state colleges that can't have people that can't find employment, this is a major concern. And this is a directive of the federal government shifting this. And when you look at the outcome of the business and you see what people were doing in the long run with the American employment infrastructure, you'll see that the Americans citizens was on the low end. 5,000 some Microsoft was laying off, Google's laying off thousands, and other countries laying off hundreds. So what does that tell you guys? For the local, there was a major problem here going on. There was a major situation. So we have to change this, and this one, the administration at the federal level is shifting this, because them visas come from the federal government, and that's going to be a shift. And so it's going to force these companies. Now look at these companies now, these tech companies, laying off thousands of workers now. Why? Because they know what they were doing. I'm not saying right or wrong, they know what they're doing. Now they got to hire people. They're gonna hire Americans, or they might not. But we're gonna see the problem be addressed, and that's what the administration is doing. We asked for this, we're getting it. What is your opinion? Leave a comment, subscribe down below. Let me know what you think. This is amazing. This is an amazing thing that was happening for Washingtonians and United States citizens across the country. What is your opinion?